That's how I called you since I was a child, right?
Why, yes. I've grown accustomed to this distasteful nickname.
Do you have a real name?
I go by many names. People give them to me themselves. For example, you can call me Charles.
The man laughs mischievously. I laugh with him.
Now then, I shall give you some privacy. You still have things to do before your slumber, don't you?
Just like that, Charles disappears. I look at the soul cube in my hands. It's small and gray and fragile. I smile to myself. You know, Vincent, I never noticed how fragile you were. You fear germs, the people, and human life itself. So you've decided you didn't belong in this world. I wonder how I felt all this time. I was so fascinated with you that it made me ignorant. Although ignorance is a trait we share. It's time to let you go.
I was thinking that too, Minnie.
I open the soul cube. Its contents appear. See you later, Vincent. I take his body in my arms and get up to my knees. Everyone, Mad Cat Felix, Aiden Bennett, Florence and Huxley, many more walk behind me. As long as I exist, they won't disappear. After all, I've created them. I walk for a time. In a field of ink and paper, meat and machinery, soap and bugs, the god of this world lies beside me. He will too wake up one day. Good night, Vincent. My eyelids become heavy. I know it'll be a dreamless sleep. I don't want to dream anymore. I finally close my eyes. Rejoice, Seth, faithful friend of mine. I became the god of my dollhouse world, and I will observe its people till the end of time. Charles will eat my name and will watch over me in every single timeline that exists. The world will forget my existence. But you won't. And that's the only thing that's important. Great end. Eternal rest for God.
Oof.
Well, that was a lot.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I can't even begin to just like try and dissect that immediately. There's so much going on there.
Are we gonna keep going?
Yeah, like, remember I asked if we could go for like an extra 30 minutes since we missed so
Okay.
many weeks. But yeah, we could just do like one more ending. That'll probably.
Okay. It's a memory of Bennett. It was raining that day, as usual. We were running errands with Bennett and the other workers. We were instructed to gather fresh bodies from the local graveyard by Huxley. We were the smallest of the group, and carrying a single plastic bag weighed around 60 kilograms had us sweating and groaning at the time. Bennett went on a rambling about the shows he saw on TV as we dragged the cadaver down the hill. He couldn't quite read well yet, but excelled in spoken language, so watching television became a hobby of his. He found excitement in analyzing the characters and their very core and discussing all the possible plot scenarios, and I happily engaged in these conversations. It was one of the rare bonding experiences I've ever had. Memory end. Say, what kind of dreams did you have before I appeared?
Elvis again.
What happened? I didn't catch that.
Use me to warp? But where do I warp? Nah, man, I'm out.
Nah, man, I'm out. That's a mood.
Where's the safe? Where's the safe spot that we can? Oh, okay. Just in. Alright. Alright. Thank you. Okay.
Oh boy! Excited. I choose his name from the list. Henri looks at me in shock and disbelief.
Why, Charlie? Why did you choose him? Didn't we make a promise?
I'm sorry, but he doesn't have anyone for him.
How could you? You traitor! I trusted you!
Attention, please. Everyone finish voting now. We will now count the votes. Please wait for a moment. And the one who amounts to nothing, the most useless of all, the one with 0 votes is Charlotte Wiltshire.
The audience explodes.
Serves her right.
Why am I not surprised? I look at Henri.
Serves you right, you traitor. Why do you even look so surprised? You gave your voice to your crush, yet you're devastated that I didn't give my voice to you. Look, even that loser didn't want to vote for you. How does that feel?
But why, Henri?
Why, she asks. Even though I've done so much for you, you never appreciated me. No one wants to be friends with a lunatic like you. You know, I honestly tried to be your friend, but I give up.
Henri, what is... I don't understand.
It's me who doesn't understand you, no matter how hard I try. You know, I'm tired of playing along. When will you get tired of lying?
But I never really lied to you. I just wanted to...
Do you really think puppeteers and aliens and all that bullshit exists? You honestly believed your classmate was a god? You really are a perfect match for each other. Mad Cats, Oracles, Pythias, Observers, Omnicubes, and whatever. Every day you kept making up a new lie. I'm tired. So tired of keeping up with it. Everyone in the class tried teaching you a lesson. But no matter what we do, you never get a clue.
What lesson? I'm afraid I don't understand. I don't understand. A bag thrown away. Books scattered on the ground. Dead bodies in the garden. Fake letter. Everything. Everything. Every single little thing. It all started to fall into place.
It seems she's so happy she can't believe her luck. Now, chatting with friends can wait. If you would be so kind, please proceed to the Smile Room. We're all awaiting your glorious transformation.
Let's go, Seth. Everyone's waiting. I look at Henri for the last time.
Go die! Henri doesn't care anymore.
Henri. You're crying.
Don't look at me! Go die already!
I'm sorry I couldn't be a good friend. It's all my fault it came to this. As I proceed to the small room, everyone in the hall is laughing.
Just die, Wiltshire!
See how she kind of has the, like, sort of twin tails?
Yeah. You weirdo.
And I think his bangs are slightly similar. It was not as much.
About time you got your brains fixed.
I pass by C. He looks lost, devastated. So very small and human. His words are barely audible in this noise.
I'm sorry.
I give him my widest smile. I'm so glad, C. I'm so glad I'll be the one to save you. He looks at me in shock. The guards push me further, and the next moment he disappears in the raging crowd. It must be the last time we see each other, I think to myself. You know, C. When we first met, I saw myself in you. It said I won't be here to hear more of your stories. I was really fond of them. I wonder if we'll meet again somewhere. Medical workers strap me to the chair. It becomes harder to keep my consciousness with every second. I cough. It's ink all over again. Really, this melancholy that consumed me for all this time. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I don't want my body to become an empty shell. I feel someone hold my hand. It's Fries. Well, it's like it's the end. Now you're going to become a corpse too, Miss Wiltshire. Ugh. Oh. There it goes. Fries, you're... I've been a walking corpse for a long time. It was you who kept me alive. I cannot leave your side, and I never will. I'll be with you till the very end, until we completely decay. We're both miserable, aren't we? Fries laughs bitterly. Come here. I won't let them have their way with your body and mind. I reach out and embrace the dead god. The former oracle melts into my arms, becoming a mess of organs and broken machinery, meaningless, useless parts. Garbage of the mind. I'm no longer breathing. The dead god leans in, kissing me goodbye. Good night, my princess. Now we can finally rest. As I sunk deeper into oblivion, a fragment of memory came to mind. The Ink Princess wasn't kept in paper prison for long. The Paper Princess befriended the Ink Princess, and they became dearest of friends. Thus, the Ink Princess became the happiest person in the world. That is my ending for this story.
Isn't it too cliche? How about Paper Princess dying from intoxication after touching the Ink Princess? Or Paper Princess using Ink Princess for ink production until it drains her completely?
That's even more cliche.
Then what do you suggest? A sugar-coated fantasy?
Not every story has to have a cruel ending. I want Ink Princess to be happy.
Even if she's the plague itself, a parasite?
Even so.
Even if she doesn't deserve it?
Even so. It's not her fault that she was born this way.
Thank you.
That's just how she is. Somewhere far away, the door to the small has opened. Somewhere far away, a lump of meat lay there, devoid of a soul. Somewhere far away, a false god wept over a mere disposable vessel. That's right. In the embrace of a dead god, I'll eternally rest among the stars. Rejoice, Seth. This is my happy ending.
Not rejoicing.
Black End, Everlasting Oblivion.
Oh. Okay. I was sure the other one was probably going to be the... Should we see if the next one is... Maybe if we can knock out the next one, or should we just leave that for next time?
Let's leave it for next time.
Alrighty. Well,
There's
then...
a lot of talking I'm doing.
Yeah. So are you still able to stream tomorrow again? Same time?
Oh, are we streaming tomorrow?
I mean, we discussed that, the possibility of Tuesday as well.
Or
If
Hello,
not,
Charlotte?
yeah. Like, if not, we can just wait till next week, but...
Okay, no, I was like, I don't remember this. I mean, I've been really busy the last week or two with the whole switching jobs thing. So we
Mm-hmm.
may have talked about it, and I may have been too tired to remember the conversation. So it's kind of how things have been the last couple days.
No, I understand. But would that work for you?
Um, yeah, that should be fine because I get off at 5, so I actually like get home when there's daylight and such.
Shock.
I know, right? I'm not used to being on this end of the day.
Alrighty, well then, thank you everyone who came by. We will be streaming Hello Charlotte again tomorrow, same time, from 8 to roughly 10 p.m. So we'll probably be knocking out the rest of the second game and we'll get started on Delirium. But is there anything you'd like to advertise? Anything you'd like to say before we go?
No.
Alrighty. As far as other things, this Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. EST, I will be streaming the very first Final Fantasy with Lay Fillet. We've been doing that for a while. And later, no, not to, and then on Saturdays at 4 p.m. EST, Kime streams New Horizon Dawn. But that's it. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope you have a good night or rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye!
And then I was like, oh!
The light, the beam just came down upon her. You know what? Don't worry. I don't know when I caught it, but it wasn't my first playthrough either. Come over here.
Hey, Pun, don't be rubbernecking.
You're getting in the cups. Oops, I mean officer's way.
See, that line really confused me because a cop isn't really an offensive term for a policeman, you know?
Yeah. But it's all about rank, I guess.
Like, you're getting in the pigs. I mean,
I told you about what I actually thought his look down, you punk. What
yeah,
his
like,
face
he looks
was.
like a cyclops, right?
Yeah, since I thought his nose was supposed to be his eye that was eternally closed.
I thought the same thing.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
I always used to misinterpret sprites on the Super Nintendo so much. Like in Secret of Mana there's this water priestess and she has like this one line in her face that made it look like a gigantic nose